everybody, and welcome to Hurry Up Tomorrow. You're listening to Hurry Up Tomorrow by Daddy. EXO edition brought to you by your favorite EXO girl, and probably maybe one of the few you know, on a goal to hit 1,000 on YouTube. So if you guys can help me out with that, that'd be great. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not though. Okay, look, right now, I'm going through an experience where my favorite artist of all time is ending his career. No after love, when it fades to black, fades to black. I know that's easy. Whoa. Doesn't matter how many times you've heard it.
Sun is never rising, it's day or night, and I can't find the horizon. I'm running out of time. Are you picking me up? Come on.
It feels like I'm dying.
It's coming to the white like I'm paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Cleanse me with your fire.
Fire.
Open up my eyes. Are you real?
Or are you an illusion? So this time I'm listening to this album so differently, obviously, because how I've interpreted everything is obviously different than my first impression that you guys got to witness on YouTube. Thanks so much for all the love on that video, by the way. Like, I am blown away with how many of you have enjoyed my reaction to my passion for the weekend. Shout out EXO. So it is an incredible intro song. So this track is the third track in a row, which references the loneliness that he feels. So in After Hours, we got Alone Again. In Dawn FM, we got This Part I Do All Alone. This track is no longer about like being woken up for Victoria. And now I think Wake Me Up is first track of the album. Now I think it's about God. Like Wake Me Up, like thinking God's the illusion and shifting that perspective there or to us. But I don't think it's to a girl. These demons keep creeping, creeping, Metro Boomin. Wake me up. I think Dancing in the Flames is gonna be in the movie. It's gonna be the song that leads to this one. I love this, especially coming up. Hold up. All right. And then this part. This note that he's belting is similar to the one that he would typically ad-lib when singing Starboy, though. Guys, here's the thing. When I went to the concert where he lost his voice, will be referenced in I Can't Fucking Sing. He lost his voice when he was singing Alone Again, the very first track. And so like if this ends up being like the opening track for the new After Hours Till Dawn tour, this I feel like has more belts and all that. We're vibing with it. Because remember, now that I've seen the trailer, I'm looking at it differently. There's never too many times to listen to it. It's not like we don't listen to it already. For you, so AGK says on YouTube, this song could be about a former lover who has moved on, but he wants her to still suffer for him. I think Bella Hadid. I think it's more so about his fans. Ron, that's where I'm at. So I believe that Cry For Me is actually about his fans. Like, he does interweave like some elements to make it broad enough, but also Girl could just be like the fans overall. Girl, pick up your phone. I can't believe it. I can feel my slowly leaving. I can see myself and I'm not breathing, slowly bleeding. I hope that I live life for a reason, but at least you'll play this song when I'm gone. I hope you cry for me, like cry for, you know, who I ended up becoming. Like I cry for you every night for you. Take it easy on me, baby. Remember, like later on in the album, he's like, hey, I'm just a child. I'm born again. Like, no child deserves suffering. End of time with you. Now we're strangers. Like, we don't even know each other because the weekend is so far off from Abel Tesfaye. And I hope that you still cry for me. Like I cried for you every night for you. I've been living with this lie. Like the lie being that mask he took off in the beginning of After Hours. That mask that he took off. Take off my disguise. I'm living someone else's life. Pressing who I was inside. I agree, Oz. I think the whole album is Abel crying about the weekend. And this goes into my theory video. You guys can go check it out. But along the lines of, he began this portion of like crying and realizing like the weekend needs to die at Until I Bleed Out. Until I Bleed Out is not about Bella Hadid. It is not about a woman. It takes place after Hours, the album title track. And that in itself is, and it's the last track of the entire After Hours album, kind of being like, that was like the lowest point. And then Until I Bleed Out, he's like, I want to cut you out of my dreams weekend. Like, I need you out. I need to bleed you out. And even when I needed you the most, you always showed me sympathy. His relationship with Fame. Abel has a love-hate relationship with Fame. The song could be a message. You love me, but do you really know me? Would you still cry for me if I lost it all? Yeah. And the fact that he says cry for you in present tense. But I also want to kind of draw attention to the production. I'm like towards the end, because I find similarities with the production of this second track and the second track of Too Late from After Hours, in that like it gets like a dark synth, like kind of vibe. But I mean, in this penthouse prison, I'm alone. Also, oh yeah.
I can feel it. Girl, pick up.
Not breathing. I met trouble and want some more.
But at least you play.
This song, when I'm gone. Shout out to Gone from Thursday.
I hope you cry for me.
Like I cry for you every night for you. Take it easy on me, baby,
Cause I tried with you.
saw my life with you.
End of time with you.
End of time.
Strangers, and I hope that you still cry for me.
Like I cry for you. This microphone doesn't work, but it gives me the drama I need just to be extra ass bitch. So take that for you. I'll take that for you. Secret. I wash my face with whiskey tears. The second song on the album mirrors the second to last song of the album about the crowd screaming without a warning and then Cry For Me, especially with that nihilistic point of view. The crowd would scream, I'll block my ears, stop the cheer. Stage took a toll and faded on the floor in this took a toll and faded on the floor. That is so sad considering in After Hours, going on tour was my vacation. And now it's like the stage took a toll and faded out on the floor. We know later on in Reflections Laughing that there's like conflict. Take it easy on me, baby. It really reminds me of I'm a child again. Penthouse prison, I'm alone. 20 million. Wait. 20 million has never lived in it, except now he sold it to Madonna. Good for him. Zero edge pool, never dipped in it. Superstar and neighbors in my business. Yeah.
Hope you cry for me.
All right, here comes the darkness.
Know me, baby, 'cause I tried with
And
you.
because when
So
he
my life-
is being given mercy, it's like he's a child again. He never had the opportunity to be a child and grow up and actually be able because he was like the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde is what I would relate this more to than a character. So I think his inner child for sure out things now too and be a brand new celebrity that has to prove himself from the very beginning now. Like, I'm a child in this now. Like, I have to start over. Please be gentle with me. Don't be like, oh, it's not the same as the weekend. Like, please, I'm a child again.
End of time with you.
Now we're strangers.
And I hope that you
He did. I mean, homie had started smoking weed by the time he was 11. I mean, he was raised by his mother and his grandma who taught him Emmerich. Yeah, and so, well, lifestyle living as a toxic fuck boy, but he hasn't been living as a toxic fuck boy. That's the thing. Not the last 10 years. But at the same time, he has, because he's been in relationships and like deep, meaningful relationships, but they go awry because the personality and the persona of The Weeknd that is still him, a part of him, even though it was like different, like that is still influencing his day to day. It still influences how he approaches women, how he interacts in relationships, and doesn't mean he doesn't have full awareness that The Weeknd and existing as a part of him, like, just ruins everything and any growth he could possibly have. Abel's not tired of living. In fact, I think Abel wants to actually just be free, just explore all these creative opportunities as he should. I think, guys, I'm going to just say it. The Idol, I believe that The Idol was unfortunately meant to be actually really good because of the director change and then them changing the whole plot and this and that. Like, it kind of got fucked over from Abel's vision. And I think The Idol was meant to be the precursor or the parallel to Hurry Up Tomorrow. So I think that they were supposed to mirror each other, like a blue pill, red pill, as if he was Jocelyn. Because I was on that show. I wasn't. Yeah, that's right. Because the concert I went to, the second one, the one that got canceled because of The Voice, I recorded the people screaming right there. That was me. I'm there. Listen, like in Too Late, the with the synth, and then just the switch in tone.
like I know I can't hide the truth.
Wait, I can't hide the truth. What does it say in Lesson 0? You tried your best with me. I know. I couldn't face you with my darkest truth of all. That's what I was thinking about. I couldn't face you with my darkest truth of all. You'd rather leave me than to watch me die in your arms. That's going to come up later.
Girl, I'm crawling. Girl, I'm falling for you. Oh, yeah. Every time I hit the road, it takes a little piece of me. Kills me slowly.
I wonder if it also kills him slowly because he's exposed more to the tour life, the EXO tour life. I don't know, but I try to hide it, but I know you know me. I try to fight it, but I'd rather be free.
Sympathy. Now you're over me. Now you're better on your own. It ain't a fucking
mystery you've been showing me. Now I've been burning up my home, baby. I've been burning up my home. Burning up my home. This is the only time in this album when he refers to fire and burning as destructive. Because I had made a point that in Dawn FM, every mention of fire, every mention of angels, all that shit goes with my blue pill, red pill theory, in that that's an alternate universe in Dawn FM. And in that world, angels are bad and fire is bad. But that fire in Hurry Up Tomorrow is being cleansed and being like, it's meant to be like a positive thing. So this being early on in the track list, tracks, pun intended, baby. Because if this was to be story, I have a theory as to why Dancing in the Flames is not in this album. It ties with it. Okay. I think more because of his age and he lifestyle with feeling restless. like a middle-aged child star the way I'm fucking tweaking. That part too, but also just he's not able to be stable. What kind of lifestyle is he living where he can't even, he ends up in the situation of baptizing fear? Cry for you, do you just go hard and you're just like, for you, just like I can't get that true. I can't get the truth. Oh, yeah. See this. He is his own worst enemy. Like he goes 3 steps forward in his life towards what he wants, but then he's stuck going 2 steps back every time because the weekend is still attached to him. Of course, it's the only thing that's holding him back, himself, because he hasn't let go of the weekend.
Bota na boca, bota na cara, bota onde quiser. Bota na boca, bota na cara, bota onde quiser. Novinho me olhou e quis comer minha pepeca de pode.
Guys, want to know a secret? Even though I listened to Sao Paulo for the very first time on that reaction, like every time it comes on, I just like get in a mood. Can't explain it, but I love, especially the end after it like transitions, just letting you know that I need to remember that you're in the room so I don't do anything crazy. I also like the Abel's not in control from. I surrender at your feet. Baby, put it on me. I love it when you turn me on. Baby, ride me till the darkness, the night. Feel me softly like you want me, euthanize. Oh. Give me that throat though. Hold on. So go into your phone and your Spotify or like whatever. Tell me what your top 3 most listened to songs are for Hurry Up Tomorrow. Guys, I'm going to watch the Sao Paulo show. I got a brand new place. I think I've seen it twice. I got a brand new place. I think I've seen it twice. I remember how it looks inside, so you can picture how my life's been. And at the same 4 walls for 21 years. Seeing the whole world in just 12 months. Probably not if I kept it around. Wait. Hold on. Kissland lyrics. I remember I was listening to Kissland on my channel. I remember that I found a parallel there that I needed to remember, but then I didn't. You gotta meet me in the room where the kisses ain't free. You gotta pay with your body. Not really into kisses leading into nothing. I'm into shows every night if you play your cards right. No, he's not. Got a brand new place. I think I've seen it twice all year. Can't remember how it looks since. Look, I never said I was a singer, okay? I know I'm not a singer, but also I'm vibing. You're fine. I went from staring at the same 4 walls for 21 years to seeing the whole world in just 12 months. Been gone for so long, I might have just found God. Well, probably not if I keep my habits up. Well, probably not if I can't keep up the loving. And I can't stand talking to brand new girls. Only bitches down to fuck when you shower them with ones like in Alone Again. Probably not if my niggas round them up. And probably not if we take them to my spot. Probably not if I tweak all day just to sleep at night. God damn, I'm high. My doctor told me this night. One time I got him to reply. Let's go. Okay. Rank. Wake me up. Okay. So wake me up. S at the top for the best. Like top tier. S is like, oh, this is like a needed song. A, fuck, it is really good. B, damn, I really like it. But like, it's not the first one I would choose when I get in the car. D is like, okay. D is like, who? I don't get why this is here, and I don't know why this exists. But not terrible. F, what the fuck? Right. So, what do we got in the chat? What do we got in the chat? What do we got in the chat? Let's see. Opinions. So, all right. Wake me up. 8 out of 10. Just listening to repeat after me. You don't love him. Wake me up is an A. Wake me up is B. Cry for me is C. S for wake me up. Ooh, Aaron with a spicy opinion. Ooh, okay. So Nabil has an interesting perspective because he's looking at it from the fact that it's an opening song. And when you think about it, that's a really good point because the intro track is a critical piece of the album, especially in this trilogy. And it is a perfect intro track, but does that mean it's like a S tier track? I'm getting us, comfy, situated. Devil on the Shoulder. Also, even within the song, getting an MJ sample is pretty big in my opinion. Yeah, that and the parallel with the Dirty Diana sample from Echoes of Silence, which we should be listening to it later on. For me, your humble EXO queen. Oh my God, did I just call myself queen? Okay. We're going to put it right there. It's an A. I would say that my favorite is Wake Me Up. But I will say that I was the most shooketh to the chorus when I heard Alone Again's intro track because I did not know that we were going to be doing that. Okay, so number 2 is Cry For Me. Oh, don't you cry for me. What are we feeling about Cry For Me? Not the best. Call It My Name. Best. Okay, but we're not talking about the full discography. I was talking about like the 3 trilogy. I think Professional is one of the best intro tracks. I think Starboy is a really great intro track. This real life. Cry For Me is a very high A. Interesting. Put it in A. Cry For Me is S. Oh no, let's move on. Yeah, because I just need to let you know that Cry For Me is actually a B. I know. This might change as I add into the B tier. I might put this in a low A. I think it's a high B. I think it's great for what it does. And it fits in with the motif of tears, eyes, all of those things. So not bad. Abel and Bella is like Water with Thunder. Selena with Abel is best, but he was one of the pit stops. Selena with Abel is not the best. Sweetheart. I actually just did a reaction to the I Said I Love You First album that Selena came out with. Can't fucking sing. I think I need to make maybe a new tier. Interlude. Interlude, Like, I can't fucking sing. Like, I'm not going to put that shit in an F. I'm going to put that in interlude, There's speculation that The Hills is about Ariana Grande. You guys know that, right? So I can't fucking sing. It's going to go in interlude, The way he sounds on this sounds like how he sounds in Hawaii, and I'm just like, I get hyped every time. I don't know what's in this music, but baby, ride till the darkness of the night. You don't even want your money, can buy you with someone else. She's addicted to the rush. I can never get enough. She says it's desperately needed to be with someone else. Baby, you turn me on. There's definitely 2 songs in here. Because this one, oof. This part. Hit it from the back, she louder than 2 sold out nights. You don't even want your I'm excited for this part, bro.
Can you turn me on? I love it when you turn me on.
Oh my god. A couple things before we transition into the beautiful moment, because AGK in the chat wrote, Sao Paulo could be a metaphor for any place he runs to when he wants to forget, but the emptiness follows him. I have a different take. I mean, I agree with that. I have an additional take. Let me rephrase that. Sao Paulo, I think, is a double entendre kind of thing. So number one, it represents Sao Paulo, Brazil. Great. We love that for him. But Sao Paulo is in the southern hemisphere where it is currently fall. The fall. I also think that Sao Paulo is a direct correlation to Saint Paul, because in Baptized in Fear, the next track after Until We're Skin and Bones is him referencing and saying that he's a chief of sin, just like Paul. And Saint Paul, Sao Paulo being Portuguese for Saint Paul. And I think that that is a connection. Like Sao Paulo brings out the worst in him. It's like the Vegas after hours for him, but in a different hemisphere, because he's the king of the fall. Crazy world, crazy lifestyle, like all that stuff. I mean, it translates into like this boy's looking at me and he wants to eat my little pussy. My pussy. Like I was getting turned on at 8:30 in the morning the first time I was listening to this. So here's my theory. In the movie, the concert is going to be that Sao Paulo, like that first half of Sao Paulo is going to be like him performing whatever. And then it's going to like transition, and then it's going to be him doing something else, like partying, with this last part of the song playing. Like, so in the movie, this song will have two portions: concert version portion, and then it'll transition into the party version with the last half. I think he just sounds like really sexy right now. Like, take it easy. Easy on me. All right, remember the mic. Take it easy. The chaos. Maybe he time travels. Maybe he time travels, and that's the sound. Oh fuck! I gotta start that shit over. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, gang. How has the sentiment? Has the sentiment of Baptized in Fear changed over time? Because I remember when I was in here. Let me copy link. Okay. So Sao Paulo, y'all are not gonna. Okay. Please put your personal opinion for Sao Paulo. And actually, Until We're Skin and Bones goes into the interlude section automatically. So tell me what you think you would score it, and then think of where I'm going to score it. Sao Paulo, great experience to listen to him fire attempt at a different genre by him. I still need to react to the Sao Paulo live stream. Fuck. Ready? Hear me out. Hear me out. It gets my juices going. Yeah, sure. We love that. But also, it is the like foundational piece for the Sao Paulo like shows. It's a central piece, I think, in the narrative of Saint Paul. I think it's a central piece to the movie. Until We're Skin and Bones just goes to interlude. Let's go. Let's go. Baptized in Fear. So Let's not even. No need. We're gonna listen. The way that he sings, yeah. Oh, is a similar melody that he sings at the end of Privilege. I fell asleep in the tub. I was met with paralysis. Only other time he's ever been met with paralysis was Until I Bleed Out. I can't move. I'm so paralyzed. I'm so, yeah. My foot hit the faucet. Water started flowing in. Couldn't scream for help. I just slowly felt the pressure hit. Moving one toe was the only form of motion left. Can't breathe for air. Can't breathe. This is another reason I think this is a red pill, because the way that breath and breathing in this album is represented and depicted is the opposite of breath in Dawn FM. So in breath, it's like, take my breath. And that's great. Here, he's like trying to breathe. Like he wants to breathe. He checks his pulse. My wrongs, my regrets, filling up my head. All the times I dodged death. This can't be the way it ends. No. Figure in the corner I can't quite see. I just know the shadows staring at me. It gets closer, it gets closer, it gets closer now. Water fill my lungs, vision blurry. What do you mean? I hope he makes it out. He's not gonna die in this song. So this is part of my theory, because if this is the soundtrack to that movie, then these are chronological tracks and it makes sense chronologically as well. But even if you were to like look at it from the theme of the trilogy that this is a part of, it makes sense. But if you were to look at it from a soundtrack perspective, this makes sense with what we know happens in the trailer, which is why I think Jenna Ortega drugged him. Like she tried to drown him, but then she ended up stopping it and just kind of like making him realize the power that she has over him. See, that's part of the movie theory portion. Doesn't die though, especially with it being such an early track. And one that continues the narrative in Open Hearts, which we'll talk about. Can't breathe, trying to remember everything that my preacher said. Trying to right my wrongs, my regrets, filling up my head. All the times I dodged death, this can't be the way it ends, no. Times I dodged death, this can't be the way that it ends. Like, homie was living in the streets. And like, holy shit. He's done so much, been through so much. Like he's taking so many drugs. Like we already all know all that, but like he really way more interactions with close encounters with death than we even know. And it's like, this is how it's ending. I think Jenna represents the blue pill, and I think she's evil. In the corner, I can't quite see. He even cut his wrist. He was young. It was literally the first line of Snow Child. There's like so many references in this album, including in Open Hearts, where it references the scars in his arms. And I'm like, bro, that doesn't mean you didn't cut though. Trying to remember everything that my preacher said. You don't have religion. You are the guy who took the cross and smashed a house. You don't care about religion. We don't pray for love. We just pray for cars. We pray for me. Like all these conflicting emotional religious like undertones throughout discography and Heaven or Las Vegas, for example. Like all of that at this moment, he's realizing, bro, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. I'm trying to remember everything that my preacher said when my mom and my grandma took me to church. Like, it's actually going to end. Give me right attention or I'll start drowning from my wrist. Holy shit. The Weekend in Starport was a menace, but I think that was on purpose to be like, this is literally what you made me. Yeah. All the times I dodged death, this can't be the way it ends. No. Figure in the corner, I can't quite see. I just know the shadows staring at me. In the movie trailer, I even stop and like zoom in, look at his eyes, because it shows like a micro expression of like a small flicker, and you could see like a person and eyes. Like seems like a figure, but I think he's hallucinating that it's a figure and it's actually just Jenna or Anima.
It's closer, it gets closer. It needs
So
voices will tell me that I should carry on. I've been baptized in fear, my dear.
melancholy.
I've been
The chief of sin.
I've been baptized in fear, my dear.
Like Paul, I'm the chief of sin. Washing my soul within. So that's what I'm saying. Sao Paulo being the track right before this, until we're skin and bones, whatever. Random, kind of. Also, it's Brazil. It's a more like sexy life. So I don't know. It's the Vegas of the Southern Hemisphere. It's also fall. But I think it's meant to be like, it's a representation of St. Paul. Like the Sao Paulo life, the Sao Paulo song represents the weekend. Like his life as the weekend. Whereas in Baptized in Fear, he's like, like St. Paul is the chief of sin. Like that's who I've been. Stuff like that.
I just know the shadows staring at me.
Yes, exactly. So if he's saying that it's the chief of sin, he's already associating that Brazilian city with that Brazilian city, Sao Paulo, with that. And so he's living that one last time. This is important, everyone shut up. You're the only one talking, but
Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry on. Voices will tell me that I should carry
but I can hear the wind blow even through the window. Perfect. Right there, Allie. So in the song Open Hearts, he starts off with, I can hear the wind blow even through the window. I can hear the whisper even with my ears closed. All the silver and gold only made my skin cold. Then I told myself I would never get old. Then you pulled me in close. Okay? Because it's transitioning from Baptized in Fear, and I have a theory of Jenna Ortega's character being the one who like puts him in a fucking bathtub. Just I think she wants to be his savior or something. But because it transitions into it, like the previous track had said it can't breathe for air. Okay, you know how in bathrooms there's like that small little window by the shower? So I think that in Open Hearts, it's like him coming to and being like, I can hear the wind blow. Like I'm still alive somehow. I can hear the wind blow even through the window. I can hear the whisper, even with my ears closed. I'm still in the water like it's cold. I told myself I would never get old. I thought that, I figured I would die young anyway. But then you pulled me in close. I think that's the part where Jen saves him. As he's like in the bathtub. But she's also the one who drugged him to get him into the situation, in my opinion. So then you pulled me in close. Oh, falling angels calling my name. Oh. But the things you say. Yeah, I pulled you in close. Like because he's in the bathtub. Then you pulled me in close. Like you saved me from not having to die because I told myself I would never get old. And here I am dying in this bathtub. I can hear the wind blow through the window of the bathroom. I can hear the whisper, even with my ears closed, like, you know what? Fuck it. I never thought I'd get old. But then you pulled me in close. And then falling angels call my name. But the things you say keeps me alive again. Where do I start when I open my heart? It's never easy falling in love again. Cover my scars when I open my arms. Just the scars of like his heart, but the scars, yeah. No shame in going into the full lore, okay? And if you're EXO, I don't think you care. But it's fine, cuz
I can hear the wind blow even through the window. I can hear the whisper even with my ears closed. I tell myself I'm falling, angels call my name.
another moment I would like to reference that he is, I know, and then I'll back up and then I'll shut the fuck up. Whatever. Guys, Angels. Remember when I was talking about Dawn FM being the blue pill, Hurry Up Tomorrow being the red pill? Well, guess what? With the red pill, angels are not terrifying. They're not represented the way that they fucking are in Dawn FM. Angels are good. And Angel, Beauty Behind the Madness closer. We know that he has a positive association with angels. That's why Dawn FM is an alternate universe.
Where do I start when I open my heart?
Isn't it crazy that this song's about us?
It's never easy.
Like in the movie, we know what it seems to be about. Well, I think I do. But this song is technically about us.
Cover my scars when I open my arms. It's never easy. Being in love. It's never easy. Falling in love again. Falling in love. Falling in love again. Watching through a window.
Okay, trapped inside a limbo, watching through a window. He hasn't fully died in the bathtub. Watching through a window of my soul. I've been low. Then I see your halo. Number one, you're hallucinating because you're almost dead. But also, I'm thinking he's saying like, Jenna's really gaslighting him. I don't know. I think she's evil.
Suffering I've been low. Then I seen your halo. Falling, angels call my
Shout out to Call Out My Name.
But the things you say keep me alive for another day.
Hey, and your turn.
Where do I start when I open my heart? It's never easy. Falling in love again.
40 years later. Open hearts. Opening night. This might be crazy. This might get a little crazy. I mean, technically it's supposed to go in the album, I mean, in the interlude A, but it's not. It's a C. C, does it count as an interlude? I mean, I guess it does. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have trauma. I'm going to put it at the end of interlude A. Okay, let's go. Next up. But I do like the transition. I love the transition into Reflections Laughing, which I don't know why people don't talk about Reflections Laughing so as much as they should. Let's reflect on two things. Number one, in Faith in After Hours, he's like, towards the end, he's like, when I look inside the mirror and see someone I love, oh, someone I love. Hey. And then when he is in the music video of Heartless and he's looking at a puddle and he sees the reflection just like smiling back at him, like because his glasses on, it's fire. It's the little things, boo. I'm gonna go into us, the fans. Like if you're all on Reddit just being toxic.
You know it's an opening night circulation.
I'd call a doctor.
That sounds concerning.
Go check your heart out. This message is brought to you by the American Heart Association. Like, watch the girl from Marvin's Room. I've had different opinions as to what the voices change into, and I need you guys later on, but this is so beautiful. Like, no one talks about the first part of Reflections laughing, and it's... Wait, who's laughing in the background? Is that the clip of Bella that they played at in After Hours? Do you know which one I'm talking about? Oh yeah, in Escape from LA, they put a clip of her laughing, and that sounds... If you let me down, if you let me drown. See, if you let me drown, Jenna, but also, random, but I just realized that on Travis Scott's album, The Weeknd is on there singing, I don't want to wake up, cause that pussy's so good. Yeah. Yeah, that pussy's so sweet. And now he's like, wake me up. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Don't you let me down. If you let me drown, die in your arms again. Die in your arms.
Guys, less than zero. And you'd rather leave me than to watch me die in your arms.
Blood on the ground when they take the ground. If they take my ground.
This kind of reminds me of Privilege with just the vocals in the back.
Reflections looking back at me, smiling, they're smiling, trapped
Inside a gilded cage, golden blade. Can we talk about that line? We got a gilded cage is the same exact sentiment as in a penthouse prison. A gilded cage, not being that, I mean, to be fair, he's always considered himself a bird. Maybe I'm just a bird, right? And then now he's in a cage. But unlike in Professional, in Kissland, the intro track where he's like, freedom was here in this cage all along. This is different for him. Now he's in a golden cage, referencing Gilded Age, gilded cage, and stuck. He's trapped. Penthouse prison, I'm alone.
Seasons never change. Don't you let me down. If you let me drown, die in your arms, die in your arms. I won't make a sound. Blood on the ground. If they take my crown. Oh, oh, oh.
I know you. You still got that adrenaline from the concert. Ain't no way you're asleep. But said you didn't look good. Did you barely finish the show? I just hope you're not back to the old you. How much longer are you in Texas for? I'm just worried.
The voice is
Worked
changing.
so hard to be better, and now you're back, drowning in that shit. Don't let this industry break you, baby.
Don't let them take you from me.
Don't let them take you from it.
Wait. I got a little opinion. I'm sorry, I gotta pause really quick. Reacting, everyone was like, oh, like the voice is changing. Number one, I said it reminds me of Initiation. I think Reflections laughing is like half of a track that's soundtrack based, like sound score, but the other half is like maybe related to the plot of the movie. I don't know. But Reflections laughing. Reflections looking back at me, smiling. Oh, interesting. Well, what about thinking about the idea of taking off my disguise? Actually, take off my disguise. And then throughout After Hours and in Dawn FM, we had a lot of mask imagery.
We're going back in time. I'd like to see you try unpacking thoughts through tunnels in your mind.
My leg! My leg!
Let's also not forget that album. That the reason he even was a big fan of Jim Carrey is because the very first movie that his mom took him to in the movie theater was The Mask. And so Jim Carrey's always been like this huge like inspiration for Abel for movies as well. And being on Dawn FM, yeah, it's like, oh, that's incredible. He got Jim Carrey, but also I think it's also intentional to like kind of reflect that mask, because here I think that the reflection looking back at him, the only reason it's smiling is because it's the mask. So the voices at the end, I was originally told like, oh, it's the people, it's like the voices in his head, like the demons and stuff that are in his head and are like changing because he's on drugs. That was like y'all's opinion. I believe it's one person, it's different people, but they're all put into the same soundbite. So like at the end, I think it's his mom.
It doesn't even go here.
Oh my God, we got a new follower. I think it's a Dark Abel speaking. I think it is a portion of him. And is Dark Abel. That's what I'm saying about Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like, he's never referenced it, but I think that the movie might have Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde vibes with Phantom of the Opera and show you.
It's my place. You and I
Different. Wait.
Oh, losing time when you pace.
I love that in the back.
What we can do if you waste. I know you try, but it's late.
I run the lobby every summer. Buy her body 2 steps at a kind of around my wrist, bird jump. Look around this bitch while the DJ set put up. Flash from the pics in my sections while I'm fucked up. Bad bitch up in here. I'm not up. Not up, man, the shit is trouble. I've been hitting licks since, but doing double. No, it's no events. Check my tempo, watch it bubble. Don't you let me down. Don't you let me down. Make us love. All right, everybody. To the first time that we see a stop position. So what happens at the end of Reflections Laughing? I don't know, but what happens next? Enjoy the show featuring Future. Okay, so in between there must be at least a couple scenes in the movie. Enjoy the show. I love this one because it's okay. Album for me is like a mix of everything. It even has My Dear Melancholy in it, in my opinion. And so I also do think that songs like Given Up on Me and Enjoy the Show are tracks that are actually representative. Take Care album, the album that, you know, he was never able to use those tracks, half the tracks for Drake for Take Care. But if you think about it, he borrows a bit of that sound in those tracks. I think it's because of Take Care kind of being like, that was part of my discography too, technically. Oh, Reflections Laughing. What are you guys saying? All right, so we got Aaron. I'm going to put it as Booyah. I'm actually putting it ahead. Wake me up. Okay, let's go. Next one. Let's go. So enjoy the show. This is one of the ones I think is like a Take Care vibe.
Feels like you're a part of me. Yeah, and I
I'm in my feelings. It kind of tells me it's like shut it down. And kind of like, hey, shot for me. That's what I'm saying. The XOTWOD, like, it's hurting my feelings now. Curtains call, Eminem. Oh, I'll like definitely to the fans as well. Anymore. Alone?
I can't live without you. I've been going through withdrawals.
You my favorite drug, you my favorite drug. Got me in my feelings, got me in my feelings. What the fuck is mud? Does anyone know? And I'm like a shooting star. Take a bump off of caviar. Serving off of the grass rod. Real time shining dark. Bad bitches knocking them off. Bad bitches knocking them off. Bad bitches knocking them off.
I'm in my feelings.
Hendrix.
Side my duff, come hit the dust with the devil. I'm like a real. Ain't doing no capping, ain't without that capping, ain't in like these rap niggas. I done been around the globe, fucking these hoes, still acting like a trap nigga. Plus a bitch brain can't be unchained, I'm like a shooting star. Take a bump of caviar, surfing the bad bitches, knocking them out. Bad bitches, knocking them out. I'm in my feelings.
Oh, I've been singing this random part throughout the night.
Like
The middle-aged child star, way I'm fucking tweaking.
3 a.m. sunset, frying like a phoenix. Got a nigga nose sniffing, need to be healthy, but I'm trying to find a reason. Traumas in my life, I've been hesitant to heal it. Take another hit on my music, they won't feel it. I just wanna die when I'm at my fucking peak. Drink it slow, won't drink it slow. I don't want the tolerance anymore. Wanna stay up, fuck the floor. Feel the violence creeping up, that's for sure.
And I'm ready, fuck it, overdose.
I don't wanna make it past 34. And when the curtains call, I hope you mourn. But if you don't, I hope you enjoy the fucking show. Let me know, baby.
Love me, say you do. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Satisfy this hoe. I just can't believe that like 35. But he passed 34. Made it past 34. I've been lying to your faces. Which goes to Faith. It kind of goes back to Faith a little bit. Hold on. I wrote some notes about this one. Love me, say you do. That's a Wicked Games reference, in my opinion. Tell me you love me. Only for tonight. Okay, so I've been lying to your faces. I think this is about us as well. And I think that reminds me of, I think Faith, like, been sober for a year. I've been sober for a year, but it's time for me to go back to my old ways. Don't you cry for me. Cry for me. Thought I'd be a better man, but I lied to me and to you. I took heavens in and I still stay awake. Enjoy the show. Yeah, let's go back to rating enjoy the show. I think it's the lowest A. It's a good A. It's just not like the one that I go to immediately. I mean, it's not an S tier type of song. I'm just saying it's just not at the moment. I just need to marinate with it. I need to see the. All right. I know. Controversial. I'm going crazy. Next up, we have Given Up on Me. One of you was telling me earlier. Who was it? Given Up on Me is underrated. When I was streaming Breath of the Wild earlier, I said, what is the most underrated track on the album? Y'all said, Given Up on Me. And then I was like, yeah, like, it's, I guess, but then they clarified and they're like, well, it's underrated. Like, I know it's good, but I don't listen to it. I'm like, yeah, okay, same. Because there's not a single miss in this album.
Love me, love me, love me, say you do. Satisfied is
It's not too late to save you. Fill another cup forsaken. Loaded in my face. Releasing the chemicals. I'm unreliable. I am. Why won't you let me leave? I've given up on me. Yeah. I think I'm in too deep. I want you to let go, let go, let go. Why won't you let me go? Why don't you let me try? Why won't you let me go? I can never leave you alone. 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 I am gonna rewind it. I'm sorry for pausing it. Also for like copyright, I do have to pause it, but I'm gonna rewind it before we get into that part of the transition. Like, it keeps calling me back, the sunshine. Keep in mind, this is like the very first time in the entire final trilogy where he talks about light in a positive way, but it's a natural light, like sunlight, as opposed to the complete opposite in blinding lights, the city lights, Vegas lights, all of that stuff is representative of that weekend life. Whereas like the sunlight, the purity, like the realness of it, like those little moments are creeping in throughout the album of him like realizing like what his heart and like soul truly wants, which is that peace that comes with leaving the weekend. And so there we have like right now we're entering like up on himself, but then like he goes into this phase of just like it keeps calling me back, the sunshine and like the good and the pure, and you know, just wanted to acknowledge that. Till dawn, here comes the sun. Yeah. The good in his soul. Yeah, and it's gonna come back later when we're listening to the lyrics towards the end of the album, especially with the song Drive.
It keeps calling me back. The sunshine.
Like his real self is calling him back.
I can feel for the first time.
I don't think so. Actually, I disagree.
I'm on fire.
Because these are like the little glimpses of light that are good that end up tying in later on with with Drive when he just wants to feel the sun on his skin.
not good for me.
Yeah.
I know it's not good for me.
I mean,
I know it's not.
we're used to him being in a house of balloons. Like a fucking claustrophobic ass. If it hurts to breathe, open a window type shit. And then I bring the 707 out. Like it's a claustrophobic feeling ass place. And now it's like, oh, very different. The Genius Annotation says that the sunshine represents the drugs in woman and saying it's not good for him. That's perfectly fine. I will let them write whatever they want. I have a different opinion because I'm looking at it from the context of the movie. Maybe he's representing sunshine one way here. He's trying to tell himself. And then here we get another transition, which makes me think he's time traveling, but... And this Mac Miller vibe, divine feminine energy right now. Oh, Lord.
Mercy, see me.
I have a note about that. I'm just gonna wait for the track to stop, but
All on my company. Mercy me.
okay. Mercy Me. When I heard this, I immediately thought of the mixtape Thursday. Immediately thought about The Birds Part 2. If you know, you know. About this girl that in The Birds Part 1, he was telling her not to fall in love with him, but then she did. But he's just a bird, whatever, like he's never gonna care. And then in this second part of The Birds, she said, please, mercy me, let me fall out of love before you fuck her, And like now it's the complete opposite. That's right, baby, I'm just a bird. But that was him in Thursday. Now in Hurry Up Tomorrow at the end when he's like, nah, bruh, I need to kill this weekend. Like, it's not him not giving a fuck that she's like, please mercy me. Let me fall out of love before you fuck her. And then she kills with that gunshot in the beginning of that song. And then here he's like, mercy me. Oof. How the turntables. Exactly. Before it transitions. Okay, I've seen the trailer since this came out, and I said, oh, it sounds like a roller coaster in my original reaction. Then I saw the movie trailer, and then I saw that there was a roller coaster, and I was like, shit. Maybe I'm onto something. Or